Good morning, children. Today we are completing the history first chapter, and last day we are discussing about new social and political groups. And only two more points we have to discuss from this chapter. That is old and new religions. Then about the division of the history. Okay, so that is only a new topic, that is old and new religions. Okay, 1,000 years of history that are exploring witnessed major developments in religious traditions. So we discuss when the new social and political groups, many changes happen in 1,000 years. That is, technology changes and many other changes has happened. New political groups emerged, social group emerged, and many kinds of changes happen in the society and the regions. That is, so here in the 1,000 years, one of the another major development happened, that is in the religious changes. Religious changes happen in this 1,000 years of the history. Okay, that is very important. Major religious development is happened in the history. Before the 1,000 years, the people are believing in supernatural, but it is not collectively. Okay, it is not grouply. It is not based on religion. But in this period, our society, in the society, what happened? New type of religions emerged in the society, and the old religion, that is Hinduism. Okay, Hinduism at that period not like a religion, that is a belief. And after that, in this period, it become a set of religion in the Hinduism in this 1,000 years development. Okay, so that is, it was during the period of the important changes occurred, that was we are called Hinduism. Today, this include the worship of new deities, the construction of temples by royalty, and the growing importance of Brahmanas, the priest and the dominant group of the society. Okay, that is in the Hinduism, one of the changes has happened is that is. They started to include the worship of new deities. Okay, they started to believe in new gods, new deities. Okay, and this include the worship of new deities, the construction of temples. Before that, there is not like this period. We can see a lot of temples. Okay, in that period, like these temples is not there. They are believing in supernatural powers, and like that, it is they are believing that is a god. It is a power of the. It was the power of the god. Like that, they are going on. But in this period, they started to build new temples, and the religion becomes some more closely influenced in the people and the society. Okay, then another one changes happen is importance of Brahmanas. Okay, that is also in this period. The priest group. Okay, the priest group, the dominant group in the society, the dominant group who has become that is the priest. Okay, the priest or the Brahmanas. Okay, so they had very important influence in the society, and they become a dominant group. Okay, so that is about in the Hinduism. Okay, in the Hinduism changes, what are the changes happen? The new deities become, they started to worship in new deities, and the people started to build, or the rulers started to build new temples for the worship of God. And another one important change is the new dominant group in the Hinduism, that is Brahmanas. The Brahmanas become very important in the society. These are the changes happened in the Hinduism. Okay, then another one important changes happen in last year also we studied, that is emergence of Bhakti. Okay, emergence of Bhakti. That is very important. In that, one of the major development of this period was the emergence of the idea of Bhakti as a loving, the personal deity that devotees could reach without the aid of priest or elaborate rituals. So without the priest or without the guide of priest, what is happening, they can worship the god. A new type of idea of Bhakti, no type of religion, that is known as idea of Bhakti. In that, there in the idea of the Bhakti, there is no the priest is not a mediator of the god. Okay, so in the Hinduism, that is priests were very important. and they are very influenced people in the society. They are saying that we are the mediator of the God between the God and the people who are the mediator. The priest in the Hinduism, they are believing, and the priest, they are elaborating rituals for the people, and the God then give the grace, like that the Hinduism believes. So entirely different, another one idea that is known as bhakti, idea of bhakti, that is they are believing that in that bhakti, if you believe, if you love your God fully, what will happen? Your God will your God is reaching near. Okay, that is known as idea of bhakti. In that there is no mediator, priest do not have any influence. There is no any priest in the bhakti, and they are not elaborating rituals. They are only completely believing the God and loving the God, like that they live living, and they are helping others, and like that they are living. So that is another changes happened in the society. Okay, then in the Hinduism, who only the Brahmins only know about the Sanskrit, and the Sanskrit has earned the Brahmins a lot of respect in the society. Okay, another one, why the people are giving respect to the Brahmins, because they only know the holy language, that is Sanskrit. Okay, so that is about two changes we studied in the emergence of bhakti also, and the Hinduism. There's a lot of changes happen in the society. Then next one is that a new religion. Okay, this was also period when a new religions appeared in the subcontinent. Okay, the one of the new religion appeared, that is Islamism. So introducing of Islamism in this period, in one of the important changes that is in India, that was the Islamism. Okay, importance of it, Islamism. And the merchants and migrants first brought the teaching of a Holy Quran. The Holy Quran is the holy text of the Islam and Muslims. So these migrants and merchants, traders, they brought this idea of Quran, and they explained about the idea of Quran, and that is a new religion was introduced in the subcontinent, that is known as Islamism. And they are believing in only one God. That is a speciality of the Islamism. What is that? They are believing only one God, that is Allah. Okay, that is a very important, because in the Hinduism they are worshipping many deities are there, and people are worshipping many deities. But in Islamism we can only see one God, that is Allah. Okay, and in the Islamism many rulers were patrons of Islam, and the ulama learned theologians and jurists. And there in the Islamism there is two types of Islam, that is two groups are there, that is Shia and Sunni. Shia Muslims who believed that the Prophet Muhammad is a son of law, and Ali was the legitimate leader of the Muslim community. That is Shia and Sunni. In the Shia Muslims, they are believing in believed the Prophet Muhammad is a son of law, and Ali was the important. Ali was the legitimate leader of the Muslim community, and the Sunni Muslim, they were accepted the authority of the early leader, Khalifa. Okay, the Khalifa, like that. Two groups are there, that is in the Islamism. Two groups are there, that is Shia and Sunni. Okay, that is about Islamism. Then next one is that in the medieval of the 19th century, British historians divided history of India into three periods. The history of the India into three periods, that is known as Hindu, Muslim and British. Okay, so in the 19th century, what happened in 19th century, British divided Indian history based on religion, that is only based on religion, that is Hindu, Muslim and British. The division was based on the idea of religion, This division was based on the idea of the religion of the rulers was the only important historical changes, and there was no other significant development in the economic, society or culture. So this division of history was not good because this is only based on religion, and the economical and social changes of the society is not saying that. So that is about in this chapter the history. So today we studied the 1,000 years of the history that we are witnessed major development in the religious tradition. That is in the major development happened in the religious tradition. One is that important changes occurred in the Hinduism. That is new deities, they started to worship new deities and started to build temples, and the Brahmins become very important. They only know the Sanskrit, so the people respect them, and the rulers also respect them. They become a dominant group in the Hindu society. That is the changes. That was the changes of changes in the Hinduism. Next one is that emergence of Bhakti, a new idea of belief that is known as emergence of Bhakti, and in that they are completely believing in God. There is no any mediator like a priest, or they are not elaborating any rituals. They are loving and fully believing in God. So the God reaches their near, and they are like that, they are directly saying to the God. That is another one important changes is happened is that that was the new religion was introduced in the subcontinent, that is known as Islamism. Merchants and traders, this introduced the idea of Islamism. In the Islamism, they are believing only in one God, that is Allah, and the holy text is known as Quran. The Quran is teaching loving each other and live. And most of the people in the subcontinent attracted to Islamism because there is no any kinds of discrimination like in Hinduism caste systems there is. So there is no any kinds of discrimination. So people like very much Islamism, and they attracted to Islamism. And the new changes, the British divided in Indian history, that is Hindu, Muslim and British. Hindu, the Hindu rulers, early period Hindu. We will study all these things in next chapter, and next other chapters we will study detailedly about what are the things explained in the first chapter. We'll okay, if you have any doubt you can ask me. Okay, thank you. Read textbook and do the activity.